For over 3,000 galactic cycles, the Crothal Dominion ruled the stars. They were the undisputed apex predators of the galaxy. Imagine towering, armored warriors with serrated mandibles, their muscles forged on a death world where gravity itself crushes the weak. Their biology was a weapon, so brutally efficient that most species just surrendered the moment Crothal fleets appeared on their sensors. Resistance was a concept they had driven to extinction. The Galactic Council even had an official classification for them, Untouchable. Entire civilizations paid tribute just to stay off their radar, and then, one day, they encountered humans. At first the Crothal weren't impressed. Humans were small, soft, no claws, no natural armor. Our homeworld, Earth, wasn't even a true death world by their standards, just borderline hostile. The Crothal warlords laughed. One of them famously said, "Prey that learned to walk upright is still prey." So they launched a standard subjugation fleet, 20 warships, more than enough to conquer most systems in a single day. They expected to hear screams. They expected panic. Instead, Earth went quiet. No surrender signals, no desperate evacuation attempts, just silence. The Crothal commanders sneered, assuming it was a planet frozen in fear. They were wrong. As their fleet entered Earth's orbit, our satellites didn't fire, our ships didn't charge. All planetary defenses stayed dark. The Crothal commander gloated. They have accepted extinction. Then, the first human message arrived. It was short, just 5 words. "You are trespassing. Turn back." The Crothal laughed so hard the transmission cut out. They decided to fire first. A single orbital strike aimed to demonstrate their overwhelming dominance. It never reached the surface. Something invisible just intercepted it. The energy collapsed, folded in on itself, and the remains burned up harmlessly in the atmosphere. For the first time in recorded Crothal history, a prey species had neutralized a Dominion weapon. Before they could even process what had happened, human ships uncloaked, and they weren't the massive dreadnoughts the galaxy was used to. They were thousands of small, fast, aggressively ugly vessels designed not to intimidate, but to kill. The Crothal opened fire, and missed. Human ships moved like nothing the galaxy had ever seen. They didn't fly in neat formations. They swarmed like angry hornets. They juked and dodged, using gravity wells, asteroid fields, even their own destroyed ships as weapons and cover. Within minutes, the Crothal's advanced targeting systems failed not from damage, but from pure information overload. Humans weren't overpowering them, they were outthinking them. One Crothal warship suddenly exploded as its own weapons were hacked and turned against it. Another was boarded not by soldiers, but by cold, relentless machines, autonomous killers completely uninterested in fear. The frantic Crothal commander screamed for reinforcements. The Galactic Council urged for restraint. Humanity simply ignored them both. What followed wasn't a battle, it was a hunt. Human fleets pursued the Crothal across systems the Dominion had ruled for centuries. Every advantage the Crothal relied on their terrifying strength. Their brutal reputation at all meant nothing, because humans didn't fight like predators. They fought like exterminators. We studied their biology, targeting thermal weaknesses in their armor. We exploited their metabolic limits, pushing them past the point of exhaustion. We used psychological warfare not to scare them, but to utterly disorient them. Entire Crothal battlegroups began surrendering without firing a single shot, because we had made resistance mathematically pointless. Within 6 months, the unthinkable happened. The Crothal homeworld burned, but it wasn't glassed or annihilated. It was disabled, every orbital defense neutralized, every ship grounded, their leaders captured alive. When the Galactic Council later asked humanity why we did just wipe the Crothal out entirely, the human ambassador gave a chillingly simple answer: apex predators kill to survive, humans kill to end the threat. You stopped being a threat. The Crothal was stripped of their fleets, their empire was dismantled, their name was erased from the list of apex species. And humanity, we didn't claim their territory, we didn't demand tribute, we just went home. The Galactic Council updated its records. The Crothal were reclassified from unchallengeable to former apex predators, and humans. We got a new designation, species to never provoke, because the galaxy learned a terrifying truth that day. Apex predators dominate ecosystems, but humans, we end them. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.